Welcome back to the Beach Beyond. No more mystery about this show. Me as a Peter Bear. Deanna, was that great? Welcome you guys back to the Beach Beyond. This is our weekly show. It takes place on Beach Beyond. Our live stream is headed to Beach Beyond. We're excited to be here. We were talking ahead of time that we always do like how we're going to talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to do things. And the one thing we're going to talk about is just we're both really tired.
Like I feel like it's the season. I don't know if it's winter and then the snow.
My mom always said she got the right person, but it's not refreshing.
No, it's just right.
And so like the last 2 weeks, regular ones that came like can't hear you, but we're up on.
Sorry, yes.
That's right. We've got captions, too much background. But
It's a noisy church.
yeah, there's so much church.
Oh my God.
They're working on it. So,
We'll just keep talking.
yes, we'll just keep talking. When it catches up, we'll figure it out. We learn every week. We're still starting to
Second show.
Exactly, second show.
And snow again on Sunday.
Yes, more snow. Like 2 weeks ago was COVID, and then we had snow, and then we got snow again.
So we can't do this now, so we've got to move on to this. I think that's part of the tired. It's just, woo, it's a lot.
And this past week with us having like 4 snow days from school and kids home, and a lot of people always joke around with me and say, oh, a teacher, poor you on snow days, but
Right.
there's no break because now we've got 4 kids at home.
Right.
You know, and the craziness of the reach, because this place is rocking. Y'all don't
It really
understand.
is.
We are over here every day doing something. We have a Bible study or True Steps or High on Hope or anything
Right.
like
There's
that.
a men's group. There's a women's group. I mean,
And
it's
it
really
happens-
fun. We have a lot of stuff.
Oh, it's
but
so
it's
much
really
fun.
But we're just really starting to kick off all this stuff.
We just got
So-
a thumbs up that you guys should have no problem with our sound now. So
Right.
we finally figured that out. And of course, you have no idea what we've been talking about up till now.
So that's
But that might actually be a good thing.
Right.
It's okay. But we're gonna do our best. We're gonna introduce the sermon a little bit tonight. We're actually going to introduce to you. We're gonna make this a weekly thing of introducing a staff member to you. It's going to be a surprise person tonight who is scared and trying to hide from me, I think. So
Yes,
we don't
she does
call her
not
in yet,
like
but
to be.
she does not like to be on camera.
Right. But
even a
she's
little bit.
wonderful behind the camera.
she's wonderful.
She's our media queen,
Media queen Tiffany Craig, who
who is still
hiding. But when she comes back, we're giving her no mercy. She's not even going to know it's coming. She's just going to walk in and we're going to put her on the camera. We had our second morning service just
Yes.
this morning. First time that, we really had a full crowd because last week the snow, people were scared.
Right.
And so there she is, Miss Craig, if you would
Come
please
on
come
over
forward.
here.
And you know what?
She really hates this.
I see her all the time. So I'm going to give her the opportunity. I'm going to hand her the mic and let you talk to
Okay.
my lovely wife. I'll even stand up and let you have the stool, and I'll just stand behind you. This is my beautiful, amazing, wonderful wife, Tiffany Craig.
Tiffany.
Hi, guys.
So first, how is it living with my co-host?
I don't know if I can put that one into words.
Maybe not on, at least
It's
not in
not
front
on
of
live
everyone.
TV, no.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, on the Christian Talk. We'll talk about that later.
No, he definitely takes very good care of us and our kids. So
Excellent.
he does all the housework.
So-
I've got it made.
Tell me a little bit about what you do here.
Well, I am the media director. So basically, I make sure all of our media runs smoothly. I make sure the social media gets done each week, which Melissa Matos is our social media director, and she does amazing.
So what all are we on? Are we on
We are
Facebook?
on Facebook.
Okay.
We are on. You can also catch all of our services on YouTube. Usually, it's the next day before I get them uploaded in there.
Right.
We are on Instagram, and then Dennis just recently started a
it.
TikTok for the reach.
That's what I thought. A TikTok. Which
I think that's it. And then
now, that's it.
until we get our new app up and running, it's just Facebook and YouTube.
right. Which is still a lot. That's
Yes.
a lot. I mean, like, I think last week we got over 400 views on this.
Yeah.
So, which we appreciate.
Yes,
And
we
we
do.
appreciate shares.
I appreciate sharing. Put it in all the groups that you're part of that you're
Yes.
allowed to.
Yeah.
And I know, just to pick the Reach last week, the Reach United Facebook page, it talks about, how many people your posts reached. And we were well into the 3,000 and 4,000 people
Oh, wow.
that are being reached by our post each week.
Which
But
is excellent.
I also make sure that the live streams get done every Sunday night, and I also live stream High on Hopes, which just consists of getting all the cameras set up, and I do all the scheduling for the media team so that we have someone to run Pro Presenter and put the words on the screen behind him.
Okay. I was getting ready to say, what's Pro Presenter, but
And that's, I manage people.
okay.
I'm good
And
at
she likes to
managing
be
people.
behind the, and she's excellent
Yes,
at her
I'm-
job.
I'm anxiously waiting to go back behind
Yeah.
the camera.
So I think we should probably let her go, since I know she loves it so much.
Bye, guys.
Dennis might be in a little bit of trouble tonight because he literally sprang it on you.
That media director's hot. Let me tell you that right now. Hot. And she has horrible taste in men, but she's hot.
Horrible,
And,
horrible taste.
but let me
in
tell you,
men.
she likes to play down what she does for this ministry. And I'm not just saying this because we're married, but
They are crazy out there
the
tonight.
number of hours, the number of minutes, the number of messages, the number of communications she has to go through
Right.
every week to make sure that, Wednesday is set up, Thursday set up, Friday, everything. Now
To make
two
sure everything is on
services.
point, right.
And making
It's a
sure
lot.
all the videos are where they're supposed to go, helping Melissa Matos get the social media push through. It's nonstop. I
Right,
mean,
and
nonstop.
that's what we're trying to show on here too. Is when you have a church, not just the Reach,
No, any
but
church, yeah.
any church, it takes a lot more than just the pastor. There are tens of, even the bigger the church are, hundreds of people
Yeah.
that make it roll out.
Yeah, a lot
And
of
we just
people
kind of want to
see-
give out those appreciation
Yeah,
shout outs.
They may see us on the camera. They may see Tim on stage. They may see the worship team, but that is just the tip
Right.
of the iceberg of the number of people who are doing
Oh.
what? Who are we? Who do we
I
just
see
say?
Tim Kraft.
Who?
Hey, Tim Kraft.
Hey, Tim Kraft.
Just come on.
Speaking
just-
of Tim
we
Kraft,
snag
this
him
is Tim.
sometimes.
We've got an event coming up soon, and we want Tim to tell you guys about Revive the City. So, Tim, the man himself, talk to the people about Revive the City.
Revive the City. It will be next Saturday and Sunday. I felt like at the end of last year, God said for us to just go in hard in that weekend, believing that the amazing things that we know He's going to do in the city is going to happen. And I truly think that this is just going to usher in such a I just see it as like a movement that's going to continue going forth. People are going to continue being set free, and I think the wording is perfect. I really think our city is going to never be the same.
And it's something that a lot of people always say revival, and they think this new influx of things, but that's what reviving is, taking what was dead.
Yeah.
And bringing it back to life. So we got a lot of people that have been dead for too long. A lot of believers that have been held back and asleep for too long. Time to wake them up.
Yep.
And it was supposed to happen the very first weekend in January,
Yeah.
and then that week, what we call COVID Sunday.
COVID Sunday
Everyone and their
happened.
brother, including myself,
Yep.
come down with COVID.
Yep.
And then, but we are convinced that the devil, the enemy, tried to attack that weekend because something big is supposed to happen.
Something big, and what he would love for people to do is just lay down when he attacks. He would love people just to give up, but we are fighters. We're gonna get up, push forward.
We ain't scared.
No, not even in the slightest. So I'm excited for that, and it's going to be next Saturday at 6:30,
Yeah.
next Sunday morning at 10:30, next Sunday night at 6:30.
Awesome. So, Tim, thank you guys for thanks for
Yeah.
stopping by for us real quick.
Yeah.
Tim's got a lot of preparing to do to get going.
Let's do it.
But we're going to roll it through.
Here's
We appreciate you
charity.
stopping out.
Here's Jeremy.
So Revive the City again next weekend, Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. Then we got Sunday morning, 10:30, Saturday, and then Sunday evening. I love this. Watch them carry to a different house. David, welcome. Kathy, Dee, love you guys seeing it. Love seeing you guys check in here. This is awesome.
Yeah,
Dee,
I'm letting
appreciate you
Dennis
being
read
in here.
everything tonight. So whenever he says hello, it's hello for me too because I forgot my glasses. I just listen.
there will be no.
You turn
I
that certain age.
I look so much older than you do, and you're the one that can't see. I take a little bit of joy in that. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
You have glasses on your face.
I do, and they're not only glasses, they're bifocals. So
So.
it happens. That's okay.
But I'm not used to wearing mine yet, so I forget them.
Bifocals are rough. It's not fun to have to deal with.
I was very lucky. I never had to wear glasses just up until this last year. So,
And it was like all your years just going up at one
all
time.
of my years.
I love you. You're a wonderful person.
Right. I was like, wow, I'm old. What happened? I crawled out of bed. I couldn't see. All my bones hurt.
Ernie Rommel. Hello, just got Ernie. We're glad you're checking in with us. Like I said,
Absolutely.
I love this. This is just fun. All right, tonight's sermon. This morning we had that second morning service. Had 63 people coming to something this morning. 63 people, and that's only our second service.
Excellent.
We have not done a ton of advertising about that, and we love it. And it's one of those situations where we're really trying to encourage that we are not trying to poach anybody from other churches.
No, but if you don't have one,
we want everyone and everyone to be a part of a family of Christ. That is our goal.
Right.
And so if you do not already have a family, a church family, then we want to invite you here, because I know you guys have heard this, and it's a trite statement, come as you are. Come just the way you are, and it's okay. Folks, there is literally no background that is not represented at this church.
No, that's absolutely true. You can see behind us.
Yeah,
you can see behind us. We have everyone.
So it's one of those where you've got people that have been going to church for 30 and 40 years, and you've got folks who literally just were baptized 3 weeks ago,
right?
Or you've got folks who don't know Jesus yet, who are coming just searching.
Last week, I think 2 people got saved last week after
2 people,
service.
2 salvations last Sunday,
so,
and that's awesome.
We have new salvation, and then people that have been here for a while.
And we've got so much more that's going on around that, with the fact of, with the folks that are just discovering salvation. We've got we're starting to get things set up here to where you've got Bible studies, men's and women's, that they can come be a part of. You've got the True Steps that I lead that tries to take them, okay, you just got saved, now what?
So now what am I doing? Because that's a big thing. When I first got saved several years ago, I got saved, and then it was just like, okay,
good job. Go
get
out
in
the world. You're like you've learned to fly, little bird.
Yeah.
Now go.
I was just like, all right. So they're like, okay, you're a daughter of the King and whatever. And so then you just kind of figure it out. So this True Steps, I think is so great, because like my son just got saved about 3 months ago. And although, we had him in church when he was little, so he knows the Bible stories, but this digs a little deeper than that. It goes beyond like Sunday school. And as you go through the steps, each book gets a little deeper. So like I'm really excited for like the third True Steps. Because he's had the first one, he's working on the second one now. And you are supposed to go through the first book, the second book. I'm hoping I can grandfather in, since I, know the teacher. But we'll see. I may still have to go the route.
I think she just called me a grandpa, but I'm going to go with it.
I said
She pointed right at me after saying grandfather. Listen, the gray hair, don't let it fool you. No, and
but I am the elder.
But that you
so
barely.
So you do have to respect me. He does have to. I am the elder.
And I do respect you. I do, intensely.
But we don't lie here.
That's part of what we're doing with it. Is those first 4 weeks is the focus is okay. We just now started. So it's like, what does that mean? What is salvation? Right. What does it mean to be a family of God? What is this? So it grows us to the point where we're ready to make a public declaration. In the last week, hi, Gannon, how are you?
That's my youngest son.
That'd be the youngest son.
Yeah,
and
he acts like his dad.
Very smart kid, likes to correct me because I'm a teacher and he thinks it's funny.
Yes.
And it is kind of funny.
It's a little bit.
But and then that last with baptism, making that public declaration. Now you've made a public declaration, and the second book is simply about this. God did not call us to a passive faith.
Right.
He did not say, become a Christian and then just sit down and watch. No, we want to be actively engaged. We don't want
pew warmers.
Actively involved. So through prayer, through presence, through gifts, through service. And yes, I've admitted it to everyone. The names of those 4 things, totally borrowed from the United Methodist Church that I grew up in, because that was their motto for a while, was in our prayers, our presence, our gifts, and our service.
Right.
Except for I come at it from a different angle, but it really was true that those 4 things make an active lifestyle. Right. And then the next book is going to be about the intense stuff where we're talking about what is spiritual warfare.
Right.
What
which
is involved
You know,
in
that's where I want to get in.
going to battle. What are manifestations of the Spirit, and what do they mean?
Exactly.
And the big stuff. So it's really going to be intense.
Right.
That last
I'm
book.
super excited for that book.
It's pumped. So this morning, Tim brought up this message, and it was based in Nehemiah. And the verse that he put it in was, the king asked, well, how can I help you? With a prayer to the God of heaven, I replied, if it pleases the king, and if you're pleased with me, your servant, send me to Judah to rebuild the city where my ancestors are buried. The king, with the queen sitting beside him, asked, how long will you be gone? When will you return? After I told him how long I would be gone, the king agreed to my request. And it may sound strange, but this next part's the one Tim said to focus on was, I slipped out during the night, taking only a few others with me. I had not told anyone about the plans God had put in my heart in Jerusalem. And that was the part he said is what started the reach, was that
Right.
he had this vision and he had to build on the vision. Last week we talked about evolving a vision and realizing that you get your vision from the visionary, the Holy Spirit.
Right.
And now he talked this
and then
morning
this
about
week about building it.
how to build that vision up.
And even who to help you build it with.
Yeah, surrounding yourself
not
with some
everyone is
workers.
on your side.
That's exactly right.
You know, and he talked about that, and oh, did he Gannon go?
Oh, we already saw Gannon. Well, then he said hi from behind us, so it's okay.
Yeah. It's,
Tiffany was pointing out that Gannon also then commented on the live stream comments to say hello. So.
well, it's okay because I don't, once again, have my glasses, so
He's
I can't read it.
multi-gifted.
Dennis is doing all the reading tonight, and maybe I'll forget my glasses every time.
There you go. No, but you were just saying about the building and
Right,
having people surround.
right, and so you have. I mean, I can't remember. He said there were comrades.
It is you have confidants, constituents, and comrades.
Right. And so tonight you can tune in because he's going to preach on that and find out exactly what those are. But some of them you really want, and some of them you keep here, and then some of them, all right.
Yeah, you keep from a distance.
Right. Because just like anything else,
Yeah.
everyone's not on your team.
No.
So, I mean, my grandma used to say that.
Yep.
If something exciting is going to happen to you, tell your little baby circle. Don't tell everyone. So, because, you know, the bigger the circle, the more people are not happy for you. Not everyone cheers you on.
And it's sad, but that's the world we live in. You
It
know,
is.
when good things happen, you are going to have those people that, you know, and I can use myself as an example. You know, a year ago, and my Facebook memories have not been my friend this last week, but
Oh, yes.
yeah, a year ago, you know, my wife and I were separated.
Right.
I was going through one of the most intense spiritual battles of my life, and I was driving myself crazy, and I was angry at everybody. And Tim and Abby and this small group of people just kept feeding into me and loving me nonstop.
Right.
And both when I was separated, they were there for me and rejoiced with me and loved me. And then when I received my forgiveness, not 3 weeks later, they rejoiced and with me and loved me. And then when my wife and I reconciled, they were still there with me.
Right.
They were true.
Party time.
They're that small. Yeah, they're in that small circle.
But even in that, you know, I know, because I know there were people that,
Sure.
even though God blesses a marriage, and you know, and if you are both willing, He'll restore your marriage and bless
Yes.
your marriage. So even though they know God, there were still people that were like, yeah, too bad, so sad.
Yeah.
You messed up, she messed up, it's done, move on.
But we each had, and this actually fits in here because
Right.
we both had to tie into a vision that God had for us from the beginning.
Right.
Now we had shared that vision together, both lost sight of it,
Right. Well,
but we
I mean, that
both
happens.
had to be moving forward with that
Right.
vision. And in a church, in any gathering of people, it's when people can buy into a vision. That is the reason I'm here. That is the reason I've chosen to make the Reach my family.
Right.
More so than just, you know, with Tim making me online campus pastor, whatever, that had nothing to do with it. What had to do with him sharing a vision with me that I completely bought into. And then I got to know the people that were making that vision. I got to know
That's
the
the
people.
thing. The more
and
I
follow
get
in
to
with it.
know the people here, the more the vision becomes alive.
Yeah,
to me.
exactly.
I mean, because first when you hear the vision, whatever it is, and we're here, so we're going to use the Reach. You hear it and you're like, oh, okay, that sounds good. You know, we want everyone and all different ages, different backgrounds, everything, and I'm like, that is awesome. And we want to do outreach.
Yes.
A
Yes,
lot
yes,
of
yes.
a lot of churches and stuff are inside the four walls, and that's fine. But my heart has always been outreach. I wanted to reach out,
Yeah.
grab the people, bring
Yeah.
them in. So that vision is what sold me. And then the more I get to know people, the more I'm like, hey, like we are doing it. We've got a really solid group.
I've been trying to tell my friends that I've known for years. I was like, guys, this is the church. We've always sat around and said, I wish we could find a church
Something
that
like-
did this.
Right.
That did not judge people when they walk through the door, but loved them enough to
Right.
show them where they might be messing up, introduce them to the one
Right.
to help heal them and help them push forward, and takes care of it, creating a family and then
Exactly.
going outside and constantly wanting to add more, never being
Absolutely.
satisfied, always wanting to reach more people.
That's the one thing I do love about this church. It's relationship, and then as they get closer to Jesus, they realize, hey, let's take cussing for an instance.
Yeah.
Right? Some people come in here and it is the F-bomb
yes.
every 2
Oh,
seconds.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The closer they get to Jesus, the more they read their Bible, the more they talk to leaders in the church, you start noticing. And then you say, hey, you realize you haven't cussed this whole conversation?
Yep.
And they're in shock.
And what I love is in those moments when someone, if they'll say a word and you see all their friends that love them stop and go, we love you, right?
Right?
But you probably should stop doing that. And then they're like, okay, I'm sorry. And they stop on their own.
Right.
But that it's a growing thing. And this is perfect with Build It, is that
Right.
this vision is just getting started. And that's why we're focusing so much on getting a new service and pushing for Gannon. Cussing is bad. Thank you, Gannon.
Thank you,
Who's
Gannon,
right
for
behind
that.
us. And all that pushing through is that we want you to come be a part of helping us build this.
Right.
And whether it's online, and if you can never step in this building, that is fine. We love having you as a part of our online family. We've just been given the high sign by my beautiful, amazing, lovely wife that we've got about a minute. So we
Till
got to be
service.
pushing through to a service
Right.
start. But we want to see, is
But
anyone...
we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. We will have our post show tonight for the first time. Immediately after the service stops, we will come back out here for post show.
We didn't get to do it last time because of the snow, and
Yeah.
even though I think we're flurrying,
Just a little bit. It's another one it
it's
was.
nothing like what it was
Yeah,
last week.
we're going to have the true worship leader, Austin Alexander, here for an interview. Tim's going to stop back by and talk a little more about Revive the City, and we're going to go over this evening and talk much more in depth about Tim's message from
Yes.
tonight. We hope to see you guys here in a few minutes. We love you guys, and thank you for being a part of everything we're doing here at Reach Beyond.